Hi everyone, my name is Evanjali Nath, and today we'll be talking about the topic smart contract. So, what is smart contract? Smart contracts are simply programs that are usually stored over blockchain. It is predefined contract that executes automatically when any transactions between the ledgers takes place. Smart contract is basically a very small code which is used to run for decentralized systems where the conditions to be met are done through automatically via use of contracts, guaranteed transactions without the help of any decentralized authentication. So how the smart contracts works and mainly in which platform they are being used. So there's been used in many different platforms, basically on the platforms of blockchain, and they are made with the use of programming languages. So some of the main platforms are been used in this race can be the top one as in Ethereum, Bitcoin, NXTs, NFTs, and there are a lot of platforms where the smart contract has been used very much in this era. So in this slide, you can see how the blockchain enables smart contract work. This is a very schematic diagram, how the improvement and uses has been given. And you can see how the improvement can be in a parts where it's been in a modeling driven, then the optimization driven, and where the uses comes under the research driven, cross-organization collaboration driven. Now, what is smart contract properties? So we know what is smart contracts. We know, understand how, like it's a very small program which runs by automatically without the help of any middleman. But we should know what are the properties of it. So the main properties of it is that it has direct business relationships. So what is that? So direct business is nothing but where the digital contracts remove the necessity of a third party. So what is that? From one part to the another, when a transaction has been made from one ledger to the another or one party to another, there is no need for any other third party to make it confirm or to make the dealings to be approved. So to perform any dealings between any two entities who wants to exchange money, property, shares, or any else of value, this party commit themselves to the rules of digital contract that are placed within the line of course. So second is that the integrity. The network will still work as a predefined, even if someone leaves it. So it is like predetermined and it's an automatic thing which is works and it's been like trustworthiness. It has more speed, it has security, it is keeping records, and the best part is paper free. So yeah, so these are the very great properties of smart contracts, and this makes it very rigid where no attackers cannot hack it because it's been a predefined already has been having all those really properties and make it more trustworthy for to rely on it. So moving to the next slide, we have these smart contract types. So there are smart contracts which we already being used in many other platforms, but there should be some types on which basis on which is being used. So the main three types are the smart legal contract, the decentralized automatic organization, the application logic contracts. So what is a smart legal contract? The most common type of smart contract or a smart legal contract involves a similar legal requirements. For example, the mutual assent, then the expressed by a valid offer and acceptance, adequate consideration, capacity, legality, and to its traditional counterpart. And it's to all to put in place to hold the concerned parties accountable for fulfilling their and often argument. So when set up properly, a smart contract is legally enforceable and requires the parties to fulfill their obligations. Failure to fulfill obligations in the contract may result in legal action that can be automatically triggered by the smart contract against the party that is in breach. What is decentralized autonomous organization? Decentralized autonomous organization or DAO can be defined as communities that exist on the blockchain. So these communities can be defined by a set of agreed upon rules which are coded by a smart contract. Every participants and their actions are subject to the community's rule with the task of enforcing these rules. These rules are made up of many smart contracts and work together to watch over the activities in the community. Application logic contracts. Application logic contracts or ALC contain an application-based code that remains in step with other blockchain contracts. They enable the communication across the different devices, such as the merging of the Internet of the Things and with the blockchain technology. LC are a pivotal piece of multifunction smart contract and mostly work under a managing program. Now, what are the challenges we have when we have a smart contract? So as a smart contract is totally an decentralized thing, and we come up with many challenges and open issues. And we can see that the main thing is that we have the legal issues, we have the reliance on off-chain resources, immutability issues, scalability issues, then consistency mechanism issues. So we have these issues which are being on smart contracts, and this has a very impact on how smart contracts been having these challenges on. So these are the challenges. So what are the pros and cons of a smart contract? So the pros, we can say that because smart contracts are immutable and an entity cannot change the agreement of the personal gain. So smart contracts automate transactions and remove the need for an intermediary to carry out an exchange. Rather than the bank transferring a user money, which may take time, the smart contract automatically transfers a user the current sum. So you already seen in the earlier the properties of smart contract, like they are trustworthy, they are integrity, they are rigid. So these are the pros of smart contract, but there should also be some cons. So what are the cons for smart contracts? So it is very important to recognize that with smart contracts, there is no central authority that is managing the exchange. While this is beneficial for several reasons, it means that if a person is conned, there is little that can be done to the reverse actions. Furthermore, there is little government regulation for smart contracts, and it's been difficult for them to intervene in case of a scam or fraudulent activity. To a small degree, this limits smart contracts' ability to be widely accepted and used for a very large agreements. Because smart contracts relies on heavily on code, their creation and reliability is dependent on developers. So the issue is that there may be a slight disconnect between what the two properties or the parties agree upon and what the developer actually puts into the contract. So these are the references I have been using to make this thing, properties of this PPT. And here we are at the end of the video. So thank you.